are going to discuss about the histology of stomach. So first, in the white page of your journal, you are going to draw, this is the low powered view of stomach. Again I am repeating, all the pink, the cell lines, they should be drawn with pink color, and the nuclei, they should be drawn with purple color. In the board it may not be clear, but please remember it, that is the cell lines to be drawn with pink color and all the nuclei to be drawn with purple color. Now, stomach, it extends, is a part of gastrointestinal tract, and food after entering the esophagus, it enters into the stomach and the process of digestion starts. It is converted into an acidic content that is known as chyne, C-H-Y-N-E. Now this as stomach is a part of the GI tract. So from inside outwards, the first point is, it will be, there will be 4 layers. First is mucosa, then is submucosa, then is muscularis externa, and then is serosa. Now this mucosa, it is thrown into a number of temporary folds. These are known as rumi, and these folds disappear when the stomach is extended, is distended. Sorry. Now first come to the mucosa. You see here the epithelium is tall columnar. Okay, it is tall columnar. So these are all, this is the epithelium, this is the mucosa, lining epithelium is tall columnar, and you see the epithelium, it invaginates into the underlying lamina propria by forming some gastric peats. So these are the gastric peats, they are invaginating into the underlying lamina propria, and the lamina propria is studded with various gastric glands. Remember, the gastric glands open in the gastric peats. They open inside this gastric peats. Now come to these gastric glands. The wall of these gastric glands, they are lined by certain varieties of cells. Here you can draw separately another view. This is high powered view. Under high powered view only you can see these variety of cells. So this is one gland, this is another gland. These are the various parts of these gastric glands. The underlying part is base. This is the neck, constricted part, and isthmus is the part of the gland which is opening into the gastric peats. Now you see the base part, it is mostly lined by purple staining chief cell or peptic cells. They are secreting certain enzymes like pepsinogen, gastric lipase, etc. And the isthmus part, the upper part, it is mostly lined by some pink staining parietal cells or oxyntic cells. And what do they secrete? They mostly secrete Cussel's intrinsic factor, okay, which helps in vitamin B12 absorption, and it also secretes the hydrochloric acid. These parietal cells, remember, they have got an eosinophilic cytoplasm due to the presence of mitochondria, and these chief cells, they have got a basophilic cytoplasm, that is why they are purple staining, due to the presence of rough endoplasmic reticulum. This point is elaborated in ID point number 3. Now come to the point number 4, that is this muscularis externa. Here you will see there are presence of 3 layers instead of 2. The innermost is the oblique layer, this is very important speciality of stomach. Then there is middle circular layer and outer longitudinal layer. This innermost oblique layer, it is mostly helping in the mixing of the food with this gastric contents, chyne. So that is the function of oblique layer. The middle circular layer, it mostly helps in retention of this food inside the stomach until the digestion is complete, and the outermost layer is longitudinal layer, that mostly helps in propulsion of food. The outermost layer is serosa, derived from peritoneum. One thing you also will remember, that is in that diagram, that is in the mucosa, It also, remember, the simple columnar cells, they secrete some mucus, and that helps to protect the gastric mucosa from autodigestion, that is from the acidic secretion of the stomach itself. Thank you.